In the quaint town of Willowdale, shrouded by ancient whispering willows, an unseasonable frost had settled on the sleepy streets. Here, the air whispered of secret magic, so subtle and gentle, one might live their whole life unaware of the enchantment enveloping them. Jules, an aspiring baker whose cinnamon rolls were the talk of the town, had recently inherited her grandmother's old cottage, along with a mysterious, leather-bound book tucked away in a dusty attic. Unlike the recipe books Jules was familiar with, this one hummed with a soft, inexplicable energy. Inside, the pages weren't filled with recipes, but with spells. Intrigued yet cautious, Jules tried the simplest spell, one that promised to make her garden bloom overnight. She recited the incantation under the gentle glow of the full moon, feeling slightly foolish. The next morning, her garden was ablaze with vibrant flowers, each bloom more exquisite and lively than any seen before in Willowdale. News of her miraculous garden spread like wildfire. Soon, residents from all over town, from the meticulous Mr. Gregory Swoops, the librarian, to little Mia Thornfield, a schoolgirl with an insatiable curiosity, flocked to see Jules' supernatural blossoms. Their colours seemed to dance, shimmering in shades that words couldn't quite capture. Jules felt exhilarated by her newfound ability, and her next experimentation was even more ambitious. She crafted a spell from the book to enchant her baked goods. Her first batch of enchanted eclairs caused anyone who ate them to feel inexplicably joyful and light-hearted. The effects were temporary, but delightful nonetheless. Willowdale, previously nothing more than a pit stop for tourists heading elsewhere, transformed into a destination. People poured in not just to taste Jules' magic-infused pastries, but to experience the unexplained joy that seemed to permeate the town's very air. However, not all was as perfect as it seemed. Jules began to notice something strange about the book. Each spell she used left faded words on the book's pages, as if the magic within was being used up. Concerned, she consulted Mr. Swoops, who, with his vast knowledge of lore and arcane, revealed a sobering truth. The book contained limited magic, bound to each spell. With every use, the magic dispersed slightly until it would eventually vanish. Jules was faced with a decision: continue to enchant her town or conserve the dwindling magic for emergencies. Conflicted, Jules walked the willow-lined streets of Willowdale, observing the subtle changes her spells had wrought. The laughter of children playing under the spell-enhanced sun, the sweet scent of magically induced blooms filling the air. As she walked, the willows seemed to whisper an advice, each leaf's rustle a soft murmur. Jules realized this magic wasn't meant for frivolous use, but rather to gently uplift in moments of genuine need. She decided to save the remaining spells, using them sparingly, thoughtfully. The town, however, retained a trace of the magic, a lasting effervescence of what had been, a reminder of the gentle power nestled in its heart. Magic, as Jules discovered, thrived not just in grand gestures, but in the quiet, everyday moments of joy and community. And so, Willowdale remained, a little more special than before, its whispers of enchantment forever entwined with its willows and the warm scent of Jules' bakery, promising that real magic is often right where you least expect it, in the very air you breathe, in every shared smile, and in every sunrise that graces the horizon.